Guys, I just heard something interesting about Don Jazzy and Mavin Records. I know some of you already know this, but for those who don't know, Don Jazzy is no longer the owner of Mavin Records. Calm down. This is not even the interesting part, but we're going to get to that in a minute. So relax. Now the thing is, Don Jazzy used to be the owner of Mavin Records. He founded the record label with the help of his friend Tega, but he sold it to Universal Music Group back in 2023. Now for those who might not know what Universal Music Group is or what they do, well, Universal Music Group is the record label and a music distribution company based in the US. When you talk about connections, influence, funding, this company has it all. They are a global music powerhouse. In fact, they control almost every music streaming platform you know of. That's how much influence they has. So now that they own Mavin Record, every artist that was signed into Mavin is now automatically signed to Universal Music Group. Except Arasta, of course, because she just got signed to Jay-Z's record label, Rock Nation. Now, this is the interesting part. Don Jazzy only sold 80% of Mavin Records to Universal Music and kept 20% to himself, meaning Universal Music now has 80% ownership of Mavin Record, while Don Jazzy has only 20% ownership. Now, from the information I got, Don Jazzy is now making 30 billion naira yearly from his 20% share. Now, this is what's crazy. Before he sold Mavin to Universal Music, he controlled 100% of the label, but only makes 10 billion naira yearly. But now that he sold 80% of the label to Universal Music Group and only has 20% shares, that 20% share is now making him 30 billion naira per year. Man, this is unbelievable. This is a smart business move, man. It's even reported that Universal Music and Mavin's projected revenue growth is now estimated at over 150 billion naira annually. That's yearly. So Don Jazzy's 20% share of Mavin Record will now earn him 30 billion naira per year. And this is times 3 of what he was making when he had full ownership of the record label. Damn. No wonder he made Tega the new CEO of Mavin. At least now Tega go to manage his 20% ownership of the label, while Jazzy go find some business investing, maybe real estate or oil and gas. I don't know, but this is huge. He sold the label for 120 billion naira and still earning 30 billion naira every year. To think that some people were against him selling his record label to Universal Music back in 2023, including me. Even me as they see me so. But now, I've seen the lights. Shout out to Don Jazzy, man. Shout out to Don Jazzy.